Hello, and thank you again for clicking on my channel. So today is Tuesday, and we are talking about the latest episode of Daredevil Born Again. And this episode is titled Requiem, and it definitely picks up where the last episode drops off. Um, Fisk's wife, Vanessa, died in the hospital. And of course, like anybody would when they lose somebody, especially someone they love, would be, in certain I don't know. I can't find the words I want to use right now, but when you do lose somebody that you love, it is hard to put in words. You love that person, and especially when it's murder, it's like you do want to seek vengeance. Um, but it doesn't matter what you say to anybody. Vengeance doesn't bring that person back. So yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't matter what you say, but it's just I think in the moment it may make you feel better, and you're willing to kill any and everybody that will get in your way, especially someone that did that damage and someone that tried to bring them back to life. Um, so obviously, like I said, she died. The doctor is trying to pay his respect and um, and and try to console Fisk, but he's not trying to hear it. So it looks like he's trying to give him a hug, but he literally squeezes the life out of him, and he as well dies on the floor. So then we see who I've been waiting to see this whole entire fucking season, Jessica Jones. And if this is one of those things where it's just one fucking episode, I am going to lose my mind. What is really upsetting is that she was in here, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes at the most. I'm just like, really? I mean, okay, I get it. Like, this is the Jessica Jones show. But it could have been at least, I don't know, that episode with her in there, or at least half of the episode. But no, no. I she's like one of my favorite characters, and I'm just like, is this really how we're going to do Jessica? Seriously? So, yeah. Anyway, aside from that, um, you see that she has a daughter. There are people who try to break into her home and kill her. They throw um, what looks like to be one of those that either like throw the tear gas into the house, um, and the daughter's like running around with it, and you see Jessica, and she's like, "No, baby, this is not a toy." And of course, she comes and finds Matt, aka Daredevil, and says they tried to break into her home, and she doesn't feel safe, and so she obviously teams up with him and gets the task force, and takes, well, I wouldn't say take, but blows up the building that had all the guns in there that they stole. And so that was actually pretty cool. This episode is actually pretty action forward, I would say. Um, so Daniel, um, who is friends with BB, realizes that, I wouldn't say just realizes it, but really finds out that she is the one who has been leaking um, content that is about Fisk and the task force. And she had something in her pocket, which I think was a file, I believe. I don't even know if she ever found out what it was. Um, Fisk apparently has dropped out of the running for mayor for the second running, and now Miss Sheila is going to run for mayor, and this apparently makes sense because she is going to be mayor in the upcoming Spider-Man movie. And because I was also trying to figure out like how's this going to work out when Fisk was mayor, but now it makes sense, right? Um, the um the episode kind of ended on Fisk and Daredevil fighting it out because Matt was trying to tell him, saying, "Look, nothing is working. People that we love are dying, and so something has to be done here. How about you leave, I leave, and we just call it that, right? We do what we got to do, right?" And of course, he wasn't having it. So, like I said, they were fighting, and then you also see Karen along with a couple other people who are trying to figure out like what's going on, and then she's leaking footage that also puts Fisk uh, even more um, in the hot water with people, saying that everything that he's done to people because it's in their own words. And so now Karen has been spotted, and one of the main task force members, which is his name is Powell, saying, "Well, well, well, isn't if it isn't Karen Page," and has a gun to her head, and I'm sure she's gonna be like held hostage somewhere. Um, but yeah. Aside from Miss Jessica Jones not being in the entirety of the episode, this was actually a pretty good episode. Um, like I said, it had some pretty good action sequences in there. Um, the drama and everything else in line with it. Um, yeah. Again, I do hope to see more of Jessica. I think they said the last episode we're gonna see all of the defenders in there. So I guess it's one of those wait and see episodes. But I do hope it's not one of those just like cameo moments where it's just like, oh, they're in there for 5 minutes like Jessica was in this episode. But I really do hope each of them get their own series again. That would be so wonderful. Um. Anyway, how did you feel about the episode? If you watched it already, um, let me know what you think about it. Um, like I said, I thought it was pretty good. So far, I'm enjoying this season. I love seeing uh, 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 um, mine's going blank on his name. Oh my god. I gotta look it up. I hate when my mind goes blank. It's like, what is his name? Let's show in here. Matthew Lillard. It's like I knew his Matt, but like, what is his last name? I love seeing him in here. Like I love like the different roles that he plays because like I think we all know him from Scream, but I love to see like a more edgier side to him. Um, so yeah, at least he's not in there for like one episode. But yeah. Anyway, um, let me know what you think about it. Share your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And see you on the next episode. All right. Bye.